Hey guys, my name is Drew Rios and I'm the owner and lead designer of Rogue & Fox Floral Co. here in Los Angeles. Alright, today is a big day. I'm going to be showing you guys how to create this amazing avant-garde piece for a ceremony that'll really wow your guests. This is a little different, it's a little out of the box, so let me take you on a journey and see how I put it together. Alright, so the inspiration behind this insane piece was a magical, enchanted, but a dark vibe. I really wanted something that was going to be really dramatic, but something that was completely different and out of the box. So we're going to take you step by step, show you every last detail of how I put this together and all the dramatics that go with it. Alright, so grab a couple of short screws and get to drilling in on the very top first. We're going to start there. Alright, so for the next set onto the second pillar, I like the idea of actually going in threes with my line. So we obviously have this line here that's going to have the chicken wire. We're going to come and swing it down below, and then we're actually going to bring this one over here. And I like the idea of having it flow down this way. So when I'm actually placing product, you'll see at the very end, I actually want to try and see some of this color variation that we have here and even maybe some of these drip marks. So I want this to kind of come this way. So you'll end up seeing that as we progress. Alright, so we're using black zip ties to be able to tie off. Please make sure that you are forming a loop behind it and you're making sure it's super nice and tight so you have some good armature to hold on to so your stuff doesn't go falling onto the floor. Oh. You guys see that hand? Andre, everybody. She's my left hand. You thought I was doing this by myself? Not a chance. Now make sure you vary your placement of the chicken wire so you have some interesting lines. With your primary greens, make sure you're starting off at the top and creating some really good movement, making sure you stuff it in as much as you can to create some good armature. So just some secondary greens that we're going to be adding in just to make sure that we have some really clean lines. I like to form my lines first before we actually start plugging in some really meatier flowers into this. And I'm making sure that I'm actually grouping together. I like these lines where I'm actually grouping them. We notice we're not putting it all throughout the structure. We're having nice little pockets that just kind of form naturally. And just make sure you have pieces, smaller pieces like this coming straight out at you so that it kind of creates more depth and you don't have it just being up across this. Now I'm placing plum branches at the very top and then the ferns in the middle. Moss, and more moss. Let's really highlight that and place it in areas that can be seen. It has such a great striking color, so let's really highlight that. Alright, so I'm placing in some Limonium pieces just to kind of highlight it, and then we're jumping over to the baby's breath, super cool variety. We're going to be placing this at the top, little pockets, and then down at the bottom too. This baby's breath kind of has a lot of personality to it, so I really want to highlight that. Alright, so now we're going to be putting in just a couple of these really cool accent colors. I want to concentrate them in certain areas. I don't want them spread out. I want to concentrate them and create little cute pockets. Alright, now don't go heavy-handed Joan Crawford with these pieces. They're so saturated, so use them really sparingly as contrasting pockets of color. Now I'm plugging in a couple of pockets of some Brunia. Not too heavy-handed on this one either. It's a kind of grayed out color, so we want to use this a little sparingly too. Alright, so now we're going to do a couple of our last finishing touches. Here's my favorite child, Anthurium, super duper cool. We're going to plug these in some really cool pockets and then we'll show you. plugging in some little artichoke babies. Just tuck them in to sleep. All right, so I felt like we needed something else to just kind of amp this up a little bit more. So we have these really cool fans that have been preserved that my amazing partner in crime, Abel from Mayesh, Los Angeles, got me. We worked on getting these for so long and we finally got our hands on them. But then I saw how perfect they were and I was like, that's cool, but I want ones that look like they got into a fight. Alright, you guys, so this is what we've got. This is where we actually landed, and I really like it. I like it so far. But are we done yet? Let's drop it to the flow. Alright, let's lay out a couple of pieces of some sheet moss, one bigger than the other, asymmetrically. Alright, now grab some fluffy bits of moss, baby's breath, limonium, and the ferns. We're going to start at the base. We're going to stick them right into the sheet moss so they can hold into place. So now with this preserved white baby's breath, making sure that you are tucking it in deep. If you're going to be doing this outside, really make sure you stuff it into that moss so it doesn't go flying and in somebody's hair. Okay guys, so there you have it. This is all it. A really cool avant-garde ceremony piece that you can literally place in any type of setting. The reason behind this is because we know people are doing a lot of micro weddings right now, but they still want the drama and they still want to just pack a punch. So putting something like this together will really wow the event and make it really upscale and have it be something cool and different. Okay, are we done yet? We should be, but I kind of thought of this concept kind of going through this, and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be really cool if we have a block of color coming out to make it look like it's growing in from the death? Let's try it. All right, so we're going to start with the blue Amaranthus, and we're going to tuck it into the very back chicken wire. If you need to, use some paddle wire to secure it to the structure. Kind of make it look like it's a ray of color coming from the dry death-like flowers, concentrated in a certain area. All right, now we're going to start off with the face flowers of the Peonies, the Ranunculus, and the Anemones, and make sure you keep them in a certain area. Don't let them drift off all over that colorful spectacle. All right, now finish it off with any colorful filler that you have, and that's a wrap. Okay, now I'm really done. Thank you guys so much for joining and for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.